Hey guys, I'm Leanne. If you don't know me, and if you do know me and you're back, thanks so much. I'm glad to have you guys back. Today, I'm gonna be showing you how I get my waves. I have been on a kick putting waves in my hair, doing it the same way for probably over a month now. I don't know how I got on this kick, but I've been loving it and I can't stop doing it. And it is so incredibly easy. And as I've been doing it so consistently, I've gotten so many questions and comments from you guys asking about how I've been doing my hair, but I always thought it was just too easy to actually make a video about it. But here we are, I'm doing it. I hope it's helpful for you guys because it's so quick and easy and it's so pretty for days. I wear my hair like this for 3, sometimes 4 days off of one session of like waving my hair. Sometimes I'll have to touch it up a little bit, but I actually think I want to include that in this video, showing what it looks like day 2 and day 3, just to show how they soften up. And I almost like the waves in my hair as they start to get a little bit straighter and a little bit more lived in. So I'll include that later on after I show you what I do on day 1. But this is what I'm working with. I have been letting my hair air dry since I've been on this wavy hair kick. I don't really see any point in like perfecting my hair and making it really smooth and straight with a hair dryer if I'm just gonna go in with a waver. It's like completely pointless. And you can kind of tell, I have really long hair, sorry. I have to like stand up to show you my hair. But you can tell in the ends, you know, it doesn't have that smooth, sleek, straight, blow-dried look on the ends, but it just doesn't matter. If you're looking for that kind of thing, well, I don't know why you clicked on this video, but I have a like big bouncy curls where I use my blow dryer. I use all my favorite stuff like this guy in that video. I'll link that also if you want to see that. And as always, I will link everything that I'm using in this video for this look in the description. Just everything will be there. And if it's not there, comment, remind me, and I will put it there. Okay, to start out, obviously my hair needs a little oomph. It needs a little life. And I'm using my favorite texture spray here, the Orbe, and taking a few smallish sections around my part, bringing them up, a little bit of texture spray, and then I use my teasing comb and add a little bit of teasing. You don't have to do that if your hair has a life of its own. Clearly mine has no life, it needs a little help. But this is not something I do on any other day except for the day I wash it, because that is the most lifeless day of them all. Can you even see what I'm doing? Yes, this is what I was going for. And then I also do a little section in the back, smooth it out. Okay, so next up, I'm sectioning off my hair, and I'm really just doing 2 really big sections because this is not a precise thing whatsoever. I'm just doing basically like a half up, half down situation and clipping up the top half. And then I split the bottom half into 2 sections, bring them forward just so it's easier to work with. I'm gonna have to back up so you can actually see all of my hair. And now I'm ready for my waver. This is the waver I've been loving. I've tried a bunch of different wavers. I've liked different wavers, but this is the one I've been stuck on. It's affordable. I bought it on Amazon. It's just so easy to use. I don't think you can mess it up, no matter how you use it. And there's just a switch right here that opens it up, and you can use it this way with the wavier plate on top, or you can flip it over and use it with the flatter side on top. I like to use it like this, but I don't think it really matters. Okay, let's just get started. I like to grab a small section from the back and clamp, let go. That fast. That is one of the reasons why this is like the easiest, fastest way to do my hair maybe ever, because I barely hold it on my hair. Because if you hold this on your hair very long at all, it does major things. Like, it is not joking around. Actually, let me just go ahead and show you what it will do just to illustrate this fact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do you see that? Let me get a little closer. Do you see what's going on here? That is a very extreme crimp, and that's not what I'm going for. I just like it to be really subtle. It's kind of like a beachy wave. I don't know if that term is just like completely out at this point, but I just like to go through and just do it almost as fast as you can. And that works for my hair. I have really fine hair, so maybe you'd have to hold it a little bit longer if you have thicker hair. But for me, I don't even start at the root, and I just do quick clamps. And then I throw it back so I can stay organized. And now here you can see the difference. For me, it's just something that is completely imperfect, and it needs to be imperfect, because if you start trying to get a little bit too precise with the waver, it starts to look like it was like manufactured. And I don't know, that's just not what I'm going for. So you just get in, get out, grab big sections. Don't try to have like a big strategy with it. Just like clamp, 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 and go. All right, let's get going with the other side. Okay, bottom sections are done. Took about 6 seconds roughly. Now I'm bringing down the top section of my hair, and I have a little bit more technique with the top section just because this part of your hair shows more. Again, I'm starting in the back, but for these top sections especially, I'm starting a little further down my hair, maybe like 2 to 4 inches away from the root. I used to do it right at the root, and that's a look in itself, but I found that I just like it so much better a little bit further away from the root, and then I do something different in the front. Can you tell I've been doing this maybe a little too long? I've got a whole strategy. But one thing that you have to remember with this waver especially is you can get a little bit of a crease. But since I'm not starting right at the root, especially with this waver, but it does apply to other wavers, you have to kind of strategically like tilt the waver over so you don't get a really harsh crimp in your hair where the waver starts. Let me just show you what that looks like. So I clamp like this and then turn it like that. And I held it a little longer because I was trying to show you, but that's how I do it. All right, so moving a little closer so you can see everything except this very small front section is done. And for this section, I do something a little bit different. And actually this bottom part of the front bit can be done exactly the same way as the rest of the section. But this part right here, it's like the section of your hair that would be bangs. If you had bangs, like the top front section. And this section, I actually like to start at the root. And I think it adds a little bit more oomph to it. But for this, ooh, I might've done it a little too long. If you feel like you did it a little too long, pull it straight like this to kind of pull a little bit of that wave out, because this is the important part. Like for me, this little piece of my hair can make or break the look. If you make a mistake here, it's not really a big deal. You could just like get it wet and redo it, take 5 seconds, but like I've perfected this. But then I just go down the section of hair like I did with all the other pieces. But I just like to have that little section of oomph right here starting at the root. I just think it's a lot cuter than having it like straight and then boo. You know what I mean? Probably not. Okay, obviously I'm just gonna move on to this side and do it the exact same way. For some sections, I will go through and hold it a little bit harder, maybe 1 second longer. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but you know, you can mix it up, get crazy. All right, and my very last step is using this texture spray. It's the IGK Beach Club Volumizing Texture Spray. I really like this one for this moment. I mean, you could always use the Orbe, but I really like this one to add just a little bit more hold and texture towards the front and then also throughout my hair. It just adds the right amount of hold, but without like a dirty feeling, you know what I mean? All right, and that is the finished look. I've just been loving the change, and it does get frizzy and it does get messy, but that doesn't bother me. I lovingly refer to this hairstyle as my 80s Barbie that's been in the bathtub too many times hair. It is so incredibly easy. If you try it, I hope you like it. If you take a picture, show me on social media. It's LeighAnnSays everywhere. I just love this look so much because it's so different than what my natural hair is like. It's just night and day different. And like I said, it lasts me 2, 3, 4 days. And I'll insert some clips right here just because I don't want this video to be super, super long of what it looks like on day 2 and day 3. I touch it up a little bit sometimes when it needs it with my waver, but this waver heats up so quickly. It's not a big deal. I can can run through it in like 5 seconds. And like I said, I like it when it's a little bit straighter and a little bit more relaxed. And then I also always use my dry shampoo starting on day 2. And it's almost kind of like a preemptive measure. It doesn't make my hair feel more dirty. I mean, I don't know why sometimes dry shampoo can make your hair feel more dirty. It makes no sense to me, but my favorite dry shampoo does not do that. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I will show you on screen and I will link it down below. Could not recommend it more. It smells like heaven and it works so well. All right, so that's it for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I'd love to have you back. If you are subscribed already, thank you so much. You are my people and I love you. And as always, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone. Oh, my light just went out. Wow. I don't know, man. Maybe we should do like a spin move. Actually, let's go ahead and do a full, ow! Microwave. Never mind. Never mind on all of that.